Hi guys, Simon here from Attacking 8 Ball. In this series, we're going all around the country, ranking pub pool tables based on these criteria. In today's episode, we're at the Stile in Southampton. Let's go check it out. In this series, we'll be focusing on single game prices throughout. Obviously, some venues provide memberships, which can reduce the price of each game massively, but for sake of fairness, we'll only be comparing coin or card operated tables. The average price of a game is £1, but as you know that famous expression, any less, no stress, any more, get out the door. Right, so it's 50p for a game in the Stile in. Pretty rare nowadays, 8 out of 10. Throughout the series, we're going to be scoring each set of balls on the following criteria: ball type, whether there's any damage, and cleanliness. So remember, if you want a high score, you better keep your balls clean. As for the balls, Aramith Pro Cups, again, you can't get any better than this. They're a little bit dirty, but for that reason, 9 out of 10. We'll also be scoring the triangle at each venue. The benefit of any good triangle is getting the balls as tight as possible for the best result on the break. The best triangle I've found for doing this is the Smart Rack. I've been using the Smart Rack for a while now, and it's consistently delivered better splits and less dry breaks. If you want to embody the Attacking 8 Ball spirit, pick yourself up a Smart Rack and give yourself the best chance to break and clear. As for the triangle, it's a DPT. Don't really see these very often, but it keeps the balls pretty tight and you're able to move the balls around if you need to. 8 out of 10. As for the cues, we'll be marking them on the following: the tip, how straight it is, and if it's dented or broken. Obviously, the general standard of most pub cues is not great, so we'll be marking them with that in mind. We're not looking for the most expensive cues in the world. If you really want to improve, then you're going to need to get used to one cue and you're going to want to use it consistently. If you want the cue that I recommend, then check out the Master Cue, which you can find at ultimatepoolshop.com by clicking the link below. Hi there, my name's Simon, and this is a selection of pretty much every cue under the sun. Let's take a look at them. So a little bit weird with the cues. There's way too many different ones. There's cues that tips are just too big for them. We're going to try and pick the best one, which I think is probably this one. Overall, I'm going to score about 7 out of 10 for these. Following on from cues, we'll be reviewing the chalk at each venue. The importance of chalk cannot be understated. It helps prevent miscues and allows you to grip the white, allowing you to get more spin and better control of the cue ball. If you want the best type of chalk, I personally recommend Town V10. 4 times world snooker champion John Higgins once said, V10 is the next step in Town's evolutionary story. Get even more grip without sacrificing control and clean contact. And I, Simon from Attacking 8 Ball, once won the Southampton Doubles Championship with it. So similar to a lot of places, triangle chalk, it's a little bit worn, but it does the job. However, if you want the best chalk on the market, Town V10 is the one for you. The link is in my bio. If you're a pub that wants to stock the best chalk going, get yourself some Town. All right, so green speed cloth in the Stile. It actually is really nice. A couple of chalk marks, but there's really no damage. A little bit of wear in the breaking area, but it's pretty standard. Let's give it an 8 out of 10. Next, we're going to be reviewing the space around each table. As a general rule of thumb, you want 5 foot around each side of the table. So for a 6 foot by 3 foot table, that would mean you'd need 16 by 13 foot of space. We're obviously not going to use a tape measure to go around each side of the table because that might look a little bit strange. So what we're going to be using is a cue at the venue to go around the edge of the table, and every time you hit an object, you lose 1 point. Let's see how it goes. So a little bit disappointing with the space. Unless you've got some dollar bills and a set of heels, probably not the best place for a pole. Overall, 7 out of 10. The last item on the checklist for scoring each venue is the roll on the table. To do this, we're going to be hitting a ball up the length and the width of the table to determine how much it rolls off. We're also going to be lining up 2 object balls tight against a rail and hitting them pocket weight to see if they roll off. Based on these, we'll then be giving it a score out of 10. All right, same as before, guys. We're using 2 balls. We hit the front one, see what the second one does, and see how straight the table plays from the cushions. That can't be right. I'd say that's a small roll. So overall, really good for the roll on the table. Rolls out slightly on one of the cushions, but a pretty good score in general. 8 out of 10. The ultimate test, can I get a breaking clearance? Let's see. No, but I can pop the black on the break. So here's the scores for the Stile. Overall, a really great venue. The landlord, Russ, super nice guy. Big highlights, I'd say 50p for a game of pool is really, really good. Not something you'll find in many pubs around this area. The cues are something that maybe need to be looked at, maybe getting uniform so that they're all the same size, tip sizes and stuff like that. The chalk's fine for what it is. The biggest downfall is the space around the table. There's a couple of areas that your cue is going to hit when you're playing a shot. But overall, a really great venue. The table plays really well and I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. We've got a lot more on the way. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you would rate this venue and tell me where you want me to review next. And who knows, you might see me at your local pool establishment. If you want to pick up any of the products that were mentioned in this video with a bit of a discount and become a more attacking and well-rounded player, then click the first link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you on the next one.